secular crying out to the sacred, and the sacred being in tune with the will and the plan of God and stepping out on faith. The secular world cannot live without the help of Christ. It is the cry of the weak. It is a cry of the strong to the weak. It is the cry of earth to heaven. God has given us an assignment, and we've got to take to the world what God gave us. And that is the gospel. Not a financial plan, but the gospel. Not a medical plan, but the gospel. Are y'all going to pray with me here today? We must do what God has called us to do. When we do what God has called us to do, we see some wonderful things that come together. Because when we take a look at chapter 16 in this panoramic view, we notice in the first 4 verses that you've got to have the right people. And as they selected the right people with Timothy and others, they were consecrated to do the master's work. Got to have the right folk. It might not be everybody, but you just need some folk who are willing to be vessels, meet for the master's use, who are expecting God to do great and wonderful things. Individuals who are in tune with God's negative guidance and God's positive guidance. When folk are receptive to God's negative and positive guidance, we continue to matriculate through chapter 16. And we notice they come upon a woman by the name of Lydia, who was a seller of purple. And because they were obedient to God's negative and positive guidance, they didn't go the way that God told them not to go, but they waited for God to tell them. And when God told them, they went with a great sense of urgency, and God led them to a river. They met a woman by the name of Lydia, who was a seller of purple. God had already opened her heart, and when they preached the gospel, there was fruit manifested in her life and in her family. I want you to understand, when the sacred decides to tell the secular that we have the truth, it will get you in trouble. It is not an unpopular position to be in ministry, because not long after Lydia and her family were redeemed, Paul and Silas were beaten. They were placed in prison. But we discover that God, whenever we are sensitive to his negative and positive guidance, he will enable us to overcome the opposition that stands in our way. We must, with all due diligence, be about our master's will, because we live in a world that is suffering and destitute in darkness. But Jesus is the light of the world, and he has called the church to be the light in darkness. And my brothers and my sisters, we're going to press forward with the light of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and let a destitute and lost world know that Jesus is the living Savior. He is the world. He is the one who can see with larger eyes than we can. I have contacts and I wear reading glasses. Amen. But God can see better than I can. Amen. No matter how much corrective surgery you have, God can see a much larger picture than you. And so as we press forward, ministry and effort and with work for this year, let us trust the one who can see much more than you and I can ever see. As we open the door of the church and extend our invitation to Christian discipleship and church membership,